momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Miami Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer.
Checking in with Miami University's head coach before the game. He understands that they are a smaller school, a group of 16 coming in here today against a big ACC opponent. But he said, I want our guys to believe that they belong here, play with a chip on their shoulder, and show everybody in this stadium they're just as good as the ACC guys. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Hawks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Miami's offense has the ball first today. Malachi Tony, every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Running inside, it's Brown. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Vaughn. Could not make his way to the corner. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Here's Mensah to throw. Shoots it to the left. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Miami Redhawks offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
Well, this is one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but David, he better have a clock going off in his head in this one, because this is one of the elite pass rushes in the entire nation as well. Their D-line is absolutely stocked and loaded with athleticism, with guys with bad intent.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's the pressure. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Redhawks will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. Touchdown! Hurricane. Special teams coming through. The third aspect of the game, delivering big time. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Man, you just can't put a price on the run from inside his own 5. Redhawks offense can get done this time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to play.
Tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Redhawks will send out the punt unit. He might be afraid to kick it to him there after the first punt was taken back to the house. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Throwing right. Makes the grab. It's Fletcher. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Hurricanes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Mensah. Fires to the middle. It's caught.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke. And the offseason saga that happened, obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in.
Going for it all. Touchdown! Miami into the end zone for 6.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer.
Number 90, set to kick it away.
Coming out with it, it's Smith. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Miami, Ohio, ready to get the offense going on this drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right back to the well. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Redhawks will call on their punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Quick step and go. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Could be an out. Got enough space. Touchdown, Canes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up, so it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll get rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll go to the counter play. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Buys a little time with his feet. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Defensive coordinators draw up all these blitzes, and then you got a guy like that, and he just can roll, and he can get out of things. He's a magician, just pops out of things, makes plays. He got outside the pocket, incomplete pass, but you know what? I was still holding my breath the whole time.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Hurricanes will punt this one away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Trying the left side. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying to set up the screen. Nice move. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Might have a chance. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Play number 9 on this drive. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab on the left. The Red Hawks will hustle to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Red Hawks line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Oh, better look out. Breaks the tackle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go right back to it. Crosses to 40. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play to get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. The throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The Redhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Here's the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. On the run, it's Fletcher. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Canes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second. Defense picking up where it left off.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Now on the counter. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys.
Makes the grab in their space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. On first down, here comes this offense. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now...
That's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Off play action. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got a little grass. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Redhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Run the gun. He leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Off the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Running inside, it's Pringle. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. It's complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Lets it fly. He's got it up to 30.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gives it on the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Miami, Ohio, ready to get the offense going on this drive. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. It's a draw. Oh, what a move. Hits him with a stiff arm. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Got it behind the line. It's Reynolds. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're setting up the screen. Hard running there. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Red Hawks decide to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They want to run this quarterback. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Pringle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good